In fact, my kids that have used teaching textbooks, when I started their program, their scores went up, especially when we learned how to use it to its maximum capacity. Now, I'm gonna give you 5 things to help you when you're using teaching textbooks, things that you probably didn't know about teaching textbooks, to kind of build your confidence as you use the program, knowing that this is a program, not like any other online program, but knowing that this is a program that you can trust, that's gonna help your kids master mathematics and feel confident when they do it. My name is Ailani, and I am a homeschool mom to 4 kids. I do evaluations for the state of Florida, and I am a former public and private school teacher. Now, for part of my teaching career, I was a Title I math teacher, which basically meant I worked with those kids that were struggling with mathematics. I pulled them out and I kind of gave them group sessions. So I basically filled in the holes. So when I talk about teaching textbooks today, I am coming from a professional level kind of experience, and my kids actually have been using it now for almost 2 years. So we do have experience with the program. But like I said before, I'm going to give you 5 things that you probably didn't know about teaching textbooks, and they're going to be 5 things that are really going to build your confidence. So let's start by addressing the elephant in the room, because there's an elephant in the room. We all know that parents try to avoid online curriculum, probably because they're worried about it being too easy. The process of elimination. So, you see the question, you see the 4 boxes, and they press the first one, they get it wrong, they press the second one, they get it wrong, and so on and so forth. Well, that's not the case with teaching textbooks. Well, first of all, the answers that the kids put in, most of them are going to be numerical answers. So they have to type in the number or the answer themselves. And they only get 2 chances. If they get it wrong the first time, they get a second chance, which is great because a lot of kids do make mistakes in the beginning, and that's normal. They get a chance with that second chance to rethink through the things and do it again, find out where they made their mistakes, and enter in that second answer without getting penalized. But here's the kicker. You can actually turn off that feature so the child actually gets 1 shot, period. Done, and they can move on if you don't want them to have that second chance. Now, my son has both done 6th grade and 7th grade with teaching textbooks. He also tells me that they do have some true and false and some multiple choice, but you only get 1 chance with those. But this leads me to the fact that they have a very simplistic parental portal. Okay, that's great for us busy moms that are like, pulling our hair out because we're needed in every moment, in every place. The parent portal is super simplistic, and it's super helpful to find ways to adjust it to meet the needs of your family or that individual child. So here's the thing. You can delete lessons, you can edit lessons, you can even delete single problems. So one of the things that we do with teaching textbooks is, let's say my kid goes through a lesson and he gets like a 76. I don't like 76s, okay? I don't know who likes 76s. I don't. So what I actually do is I will go back and delete those problems that he got wrong. And so the following day when he steps up to do his teaching textbooks, he has to correct all of those problems, do them again, and then he's allowed to move on to the next lesson. That's kind of how we do our things. And then another thing with the parent portal, all the setting adjustments that you make, we all know kids are very, very different, and they like to find loopholes, and they're really good at finding loopholes. Well, teaching textbooks makes it so you can adjust the settings to prevent some of those loopholes. So let's say like hints, your kid probably doesn't need some hints. You could turn those hints off. You can also limit them so they can only do 1 lesson a day, or 2 lessons a day, or 3 lessons a day, or unlimited lessons a day. That's totally up to you. Also, you can make it so that they can't move on to the next lesson unless they finish the previous lesson, which is something that we've used because one of my children decided that he was going to skip some of the problems because they were just way too hard for him and move on to the next lesson and just ignore the fact that he just didn't want to do those problems. So once I made it so he can't go to the next lesson until those problems are done, yeah, that's what I did. You can also, like I said, turn off that second chance. You can also turn off the scratch pad. It's like a piece of paper on the iPad. But you can turn that off if you want to use maybe paper instead. So it's like I said, the settings are there to help you. Number 4 is the idea of the hints. Now, they don't just throw hints wherever they want to throw the hints. They strategically placed hints to kind of nudge your child, help them remember some things in order to solve the problem, eventually leading up to mastery of that specific skill. So remember, all of those hints are strategically placed. They didn't just throw them in there. So that, first of all, makes your life easier, but also you can trust the fact that teaching textbooks put it together with a lot of care and a lot of thought. And number 5, teaching textbooks has very interactive lessons. So that means that your kid is not just sitting there watching a video and zoning out, maybe daydreaming about something else. Instead, they're actually watching them work the problem, and they're asking them questions in the middle of the lecture. It's interactive. You know, just to make sure that our kids are focused and paying attention and actually, you know, learning something. Another thing about these lectures, because through the lesson, the child will revisit problems from previous lectures, realistically, they may forget. They may forget. So what they do in the upper corner, they have a section where you can click on it and watch the previous lesson that problem is from. And we've done that plenty of time when my son says, I don't remember how to do this. And I go, well, let me remind you. And I just click a button and walk away. And then he gets the problem right because he watches the lesson. So there's that. But seriously, when you learn how to use teaching textbooks to meet the needs of you, your family, your child, you can have full confidence that it really is everything that you need to master that skill in mathematics. So I hope these 5 tips were helpful to you. I probably gave you a little bit more than 5 tips. It's there for you. It's there to help you. It's there to help your child. It's not just giving you answers. It's interactive. It's not like any online program. And there's a lot of care put into teaching textbooks. So down below in my description box, there is a link that will take you to a free trial. Free trial, that means you can check it out, see if it works with your child's learning style, if it works with your family environment, all those things. You can use these tips as you go through it with the free trial. I hope you guys do. So thank you guys for watching to the end of this video. I will go ahead and put some videos around my face right now that will share more information about teaching textbooks and how we use it as a family. So be sure to check those out, and until then, I will see you in my next video. Bye.